I would like to thank Ashton Lewis for sending me this article, and if you already know, you should know who this guy is. That's none other than Tucker the fucker, as Tariq Nasheed calls him, Carlson. I almost didn't do this video because it would have been pointless, and the rhetoric that went into what he said on the piles of bullshit that he said over the years. He came out on Fox News on his platform and basically said with a straight face that white supremacy does not exist. Of course he's going to say it because he is a quote-unquote white supremacist himself. And I don't even like calling them supremacists. In the guys that I don't see anything supreme about them. So in a way he is right. White supremacy doesn't exist. White inferiority, however, does. Because I don't see how any supreme people could be going through all the shit that they're going through right now, and they are literally struggling to hang on by a thread. So in that aspect, he is correct. But let me go ahead and pull up this article right quick that was sent to me and see exactly what did he say, because I know it was some bullshit. He said that white supremacy is incredibly rare in America. He already fucked up with that statement right there. He says the growing crisis in America is extremism and violence committed at the hands of left-wing activists, not white supremacists. In fact, white supremacy isn't a crisis at all. It may not be a crisis to him, but I do know what is a crisis for them. It's that plague, that opioid plague that most of them refuse to acknowledge. I don't think I've ever flipped through the channels and landed on Fox News, and not one time did I just had a brief stopping on that network, much against my own better judgment, that they've ever even talked about that opioid plague. I've seen CNN talk about it, MSNBC has touched on it, but not Fox News. But I wouldn't expect them to, because the shit is about them in a negative way. He said Carlson's off-putting remarks came during a Monday night broadcast of his show, Tucker Carlson Tonight, as he addressed the one-year anniversary of the deadly Unite the Right rally. Notice he says that it's the left-wing extremists, but the name of the goddamn rally was Unite the Right. It wasn't called Unite the Left. Hundreds of white nationalists descended on the nation's capital in Charlottesville, Virginia this past weekend to celebrate the event, which many fear could turn violent like it did last year. To be honest, I don't think it was even hundreds that even descended, because based on the numbers that were given, it only said 24 actually showed up on that Sunday. So if hundreds came on that Saturday to Charlottesville, where the hell were they at on Sunday in D.C.? The host slammed the left-wing media for portraying white supremacy as a widespread issue, however, accusing the press of fear-mongering and getting folks all riled up over nothing. See, this is the typical white person move. They love to bury their head in the sand, but they also like to try to convince the public that there's nothing to worry about, that we're all not in danger. As if anybody in intelligent black society would ever listen to Tucker Carlson on any issue. Most of us have, I'm sorry, I skipped over a paragraph. White supremacy is not ubiquitous in America. It's not a crisis. It's not even a meaningful category. It's incredibly rare. You can easily live your entire life here without meeting a single person who believes anything like that. Tucker Carlson, how many conversations have you had with Trump? That's one right there. That's top tier, to be honest. But see, they feel that a white person that just says certain shit and triggering words that would be labeling them as a white supremacist, he doesn't feel that that's white supremacy. Now y'all see why I didn't want to do this story, because it's ridiculous. But I mean, I guess for entertainment purposes, why not? Most of us have lived lives like that. I have. Of course you have. No, you have not, Tucker Carlson. You work for Fox News. You one of the main ones. The host went on to claim that America has always been a generous, tolerant country, seemingly forgetting that mass genocide of Native Americans and more than 300 years of free labor afforded to this nation by kidnapped, enslaved Africans. The remainder of his segment featured clips of anti-fascist lunatics who attended the weekend rally as counter-protesters as they shouted at police and threatened to harm President Donald Trump. The very ones decrying fascism are the ones exhibiting fascism, he said. I cannot take this motherfucker seriously at all. And he's one of the people that you would never ever, you don't want to get into a debate with, because he'll just continue to dance around the thing, except for that one time when the Honorable Dr. Khalid Muhammad got in his ass a few years ago when Tucker Carlson had his radio show. I think, wasn't it Tucker Carlson? Or was it somebody else? I always forget. Sometimes I get these these bigots mixed up sometimes, because they all start to sound alike. They actually have all been sounding like they all use the same damn talking points. But yeah, I can't tolerate or stand Tucker Carlson. He wants to be Bill O' Wife Beater so bad. He probably felt he was going to be the next in line after Bill O' Wife Beater got removed from Fox News last year. And I don't think he has the numbers, to be honest. I'll be glad when they drop the gauntlet on his ass. Now that'll be funny. Now that'll be good. I'll definitely make commentary in time for that. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links to the PayPal and Patreon will be down below, and I'll talk to you in the next one.